All right, for this film podcast, which is a Comic-Con Day 1 episode, this would be episode 23, I believe. Sir. But anyways, we'll be talking about opening it up with our Fantastic Four First Steps review, along with our Day 1 Comic-Con experience. Be ready, y'all, because it's about to get crazy. Whispering. Maybe it's because it's 11 o'clock.
Yeah, I mean, we don't gotta yell. We don't gotta yell for sure. We can, but like,
we literally just got back from watching Fantastic Four 2. But anyways, guys, welcome to Film, where we break down films in a way anyone can enjoy. Whether you're new to movies or a seasoned fan,
you're in the right place.
And to my left, obviously, my mimicking brother,
dude. I thought you called me naked, brother, and I was like, bro, I'm pretty sure all my clothes are on. But if you want me to get naked, you guys are gonna have to give us some money. Give us $100. I will get butt naked for our podcast.
No. That's not gonna happen. I promise. Don't do it.
I'm not saying I won't show
you.
Don't do it. I'm not saying I'll show you D. Just some stomach, no under the waist action.
I don't want to see that. I don't. But anyways, guys, we had a very good day today. We are gonna get into the day soon, but we really want to get into our Fantastic Four spoiler-free / spoilers review.
Before we talk about Fantastic Four, before we talk about like our day one, what we saw, what are your overall thoughts on just the day in general? How's your day?
I had a lot of fun. That was a cool atmosphere. Like, even though I'm like a movie guy and I really focus on like not just getting content, but learning about like what's in the future and like what's like ahead news, because that was one of my favorite things. Like, the people and everybody around there were just really cool. Like, everybody's
they were
like passionate. Everybody's fandom for all these different comic book things, and even not just comic book stuff. It was like toys and like it was just cool to like see how like geeked everybody was from seeing everything, and also like everybody rushing to get stuff. And I got Scott Pilgrim comic books. Like, thank God. Yeah. I'm happy, bro.
I'm doing all my comic book hunting tomorrow.
How about you, real quick?
Oh my gosh, dude, I'm in freaking heaven right now. This is like, I've wanted to go to Comic-Con since I was 10 years old, and this is everything I wanted it to be, if not more. I'm like overwhelmed by all the things. I bought a sick Daredevil statue. Dude, should I do an unboxing? Should I grab it or no?
I don't know.
No, should I leave it? Okay, fine. We'll see. I'm gonna show it on the pod for sure.
Day 2, if we do a day 2.
Maybe day 2. I don't know if we'll do a day 2 pod. But next week, well, I'll have it. It's sick. It's awesome. I bought a Last of Us statue, which will come in. I think it'll come out in a little while. I'm buying a bunch of comic books tomorrow. Like, I'm having a great freaking time, dude. This is all my stuff, dude. I'm freaking walking around. You saw me today, bro. I was like getting lost. I'm just like, wait, Phil, let's go to that. There's a thing over there. I am freaking like over the moon about all this. And all of y'all have been really nice here. Like, everyone has been really great. I haven't really had too many people like bug me, except I will say, during one of the panels, the FNAF one specifically, the lady that told me to move my bag out of the aisle, which I understand, but like, my bag was like right against the chair, right here, right against the chair. Yeah, I understand it's still a fire hazard, like, that's fine, I get it, but she was really rude. Like, she was very rude. She was like, hey, I'm gonna need you to move your bag out of the aisle.
I think it was only because like there were two of y'all and she was trying to like communicate to both of y'all at the same time.
Was she?
Low key. Like,
I'm pretty sure it's just me.
No, because the other dude had his stuff out there too.
This is what I'll say. I work with people all the time. It's not how you talk to someone. I feel you tap them and be like, hey man, could you just do me a favor? Can you just move this fire hazard? You explain the situation. You do it in a nice voice. Yeah. I understand. Look, I wasn't bugged. I wasn't bothered. I was just like, you know what? That was a little rude. You didn't need to say it like that. But besides that, everyone's been great. Everyone's been really helpful, nice, awesome. Dude, I've been having a blast. I'm coming back next year, 100%.
1000%. I'm gonna try to do 4 days for sure. I would love Izzy to do 4 days as well with me if we can get it. But so far we're just here for 2 days. If we're gonna try our best to do 4.
I'm cool with skipping Sunday. Sunday's when everyone clears up. Like, there's really like everything's sold out. Like, there's no really real reason to go to Sunday. But I mean, like, I'm down if we want to. I just don't think like I'm like that. But Saturday next year, 100% we have to do Saturday.
Yes.
But
I kind of feel like we need more, because tomorrow is just the last day, and it's kind of like, but there's still more.
Yeah, there's still some more. I mean, dude, and we're missing the Peacemaker Hall H panel, which sucks, because I would have loved to go into that.
Dang, it's all good. We're gonna have way better stuff.
Oh,
next year
for sure. We'll check it out. Yeah.
But anyways,
now let's move on to a fantastic review by yours truly, the Film Podcast, Phil, we're gonna do our spoiler-free thoughts.
Well, before we get into that too, remember the summer video we made on our top 3 video or movies that we want to see in the summer?
Yeah.
So I looked at our list. The things I remember is at number 3 I had Weapons, number 2 I had F1, and number 1 I had Fantastic Four.
Okay. I'm so sorry. I like hit the mic on my face and I started talking. It probably just like hurt someone's ears. Doesn't matter. What do you remember what I had? I don't remember.
I know at 3 you said, so at number 1 it was Fantastic Four. Number 2 it was something that I didn't like too much, like crazy much, but it was still pretty good. I forgot what it was. 1, 2, and 3. I forgot the 2.
Did I have Ballerina on my list?
Yeah, Ballerina. So you had Ballerina at number 2, I think.
Was it Mission Impossible for 3?
Yes.
Okay.
Mission Impossible 3, Ballerina at 2, and then wait, was it?
I think it might have been Mission Impossible. I know Ballerina was on my list for sure.
Well, we'll look back at it, but I do want to do like a video where we like
a retrospective. Like
we go through each of those and go like, yo, like it fulfilled my expectations, it didn't, yada yada yada. But yeah, I just find it cool that we both had Fantastic Four number 1.
Yeah. I know, interesting. And now we're about to review it. Yeah. This is our most anticipated movie probably of the year.
Yeah. Well,
I was more excited for Thunderbolts, actually. I was more
excited for Sinners.
Oh, okay.
I think Sinners was the number 1 thing.
I was more excited for Thunderbolts, personally. It was just because the style, like the vibe of it, I was like really into. So, but yeah, it was our most anticipated for the summer. And now we're going to review it.
Finally saw it.
This is our spoiler-free thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to give our out of 10 score like usual.
Yep.
Keep it condensed, keep it short, easy for the TikToks, you know, this TikTok time. Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
You know what? Yeah. On a scale of 1 to 10.
1 to 10, baby.
I am officially giving this movie a 7.
Wow.
I'm going to stick with a 7.
You were on the fence before we started recording.
Because I have a lot of wonders and I feel like they're valid wonders only because we talked about them.
Yeah.
And I feel like for this movie you just had to go in with it because like I said, if you switched Captain America Brave New World with this one, then it would instantly be an 8 or a 9 to me. But since it's in the time slot it is, I feel like it's got to be a 7. But before I get into that, what is your 1 through 10 score?
This is a hard review for me. Okay. I like being critical on movies. I like talking about where I think they're flawed, where I think they're the best. But again, I like being positive. Yeah. But this sounds like I'm about to give it like a crazy low score. I'm not. I would give Fantastic Four a 7 out of 10. Like you. I told you that before. Yeah. Like we started recording. 7 out of 10. And I just thought the movie was great. Visually, it was amazing. Chemistry-wise, the characters everyone was great. The designs of everything was just so well done for this movie. I was really happy with how everyone looked, like all their powers, all like the set pieces and the environments they were in, like the 60s style, like New York looked awesome. Perfect. I just felt this movie was missing something, and after talking it through, I think it was just missing that like emotion and that like tension that I think some of the other comic movies we've seen this year, like Thunderbolts and like Superman, like those movies were like the tension was there. That was emotional like the entire time. This movie I just like didn't feel that. Like we'll get into spoilers in a bit, but I was never like edge of my seat, like whoa, like what's going on. But at the end of the day, like I enjoyed it. Like it was great. Like or not great. It was good. I really liked everything else, even the script. It's a solid script. I just felt like it needed more, and I've definitely like some like picks that like I just couldn't like get behind, you know. So good start. I like them a lot. I just think there needed to be a little bit more for me to like really say this is a high A tier, S tier Marvel movie, because I just don't think it is. I don't think it's one of Marvel's best, and I saw a lot of people saying it was, and I couldn't disagree with more. Actually, that's one of those things. I'm like, you know what? I don't know what we're doing anymore. Yeah.
Like, I think, like, I was talking to the guys after, because we went with a really cool group. Like, I loved everybody that we were sitting with, and even the energy in the building I was really happy with. But I think that, like, some of the cool things they did, they introduced a new concept, a new word into Fantastic Four that we will talk about later. But, I just really liked, like you said, I loved the 60s vibe to it, the Space Race 60s. I loved all the actors, Pedro Pascal, Ebon.
Oh. Dude, yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Joseph Quinn and Vanessa Kirby, all of them. Like, without a doubt, this is in my opinion, the best Fantastic Four movie.
Vanessa Kirby, by the way, is the heart of this movie.
Oh yeah, 1000%.
Someone texted me that, and I was like, I literally like, I read that, and I was like, I couldn't agree more. Like, she's a miles. She's 1000%. So freaking good in this movie.
But like, I think a lot of people, there were some people coming up to me over and over again saying like they're worried about Pedro Pascal playing Reed Richards.
I mean, I was.
Oh, you were?
I was. Yeah, I told you. Remember, I was like, that was one of the only.
I forgot.
That was one of the only castings. I was like, I don't know about that. That feels like the popular pick.
I really loved him as Reed Richards in this movie. Like,
I was shut up really quick.
I really liked. He had that like anxious vibe to him, but also where he's thinking, and it showed that through the movie. Mm-hmm. Like, it showed like that he's always thinking through the worst, and he even explained that, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah, it wasn't like this cocky Reed Richards.
Well, that's what Reed Richards is. That's why I loved it.
I liked this version more, though. It's more interesting to me. I don't really care for a cocky, like, smart guy. It kind of always just comes off more as douchey. I liked Pedro Pascal's more like existential, like I'm always thinking about the world ending so I can prevent it as much as I can. I just think that's a really unique take.
And I really liked like everybody, like all of them, but I think the one that stood out to me the most was E-Bomb playing the Thing, only because like, and that's how you pronounce his name, right? It's not Eben, it's E-Bomb.
I don't know.
I apologize if I got that wrong, but like the thing that I really loved about him was one, his voice wasn't like super raspy and rocky like all those other like Thing actors.
The Thing.
Yeah, like he was more like.
Comment if I should voice act.
Huh?
I said comment if I should voice act.
1000%. But he was very like, you could tell like right when I saw that hat on him, because it's been in the trailers, everybody knows he had that hat on him. It was the Brooklyn Dodgers hat, and instantly you could tell he was from Brooklyn. And then his accent and everything with it too.
His fits.
You could feel
his
that
fits in the movie were so funny.
Oh, 1000%.
I love all the fits.
I loved it, but like that's what I mean. Like you said too. Like, I love the world. I love the Fantastic Four. I even love the people. I think it's just like, it felt too safe for the level of movie it had to be, in my opinion. Like, in my opinion, you guys are probably going to feel different because you guys probably have different expectations for it, but my expectations were it needed to be a little bit more. It needed to,
a movie
almost, but it was close to that. It was getting close to that point, but I feel like this isn't enough. Like, I feel like it needed to be more of this.
Yeah.
Like, it was close to getting there, but it just stayed here for me.
Yeah.
But that's not saying it's overall a bad movie. It's just saying that, like, for expectations for the future, it's a little low for me. A little low. But I still liked it. I still feel like a lot of other people are probably going to like it, especially if they're just, like, hoping for, like, Fantastic Four overall. But I think that I just needed more of a little bit more exploration. I need a little exploration.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, I literally told you that, like, walking out. I was like, this movie was a lot smaller scale than I thought. Yeah. It was a lot more, like, self-contained than I, like, really thought it was going to be. And it bummed me out a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, man, I was really waiting for, like, the thing. Like, I don't need the Deadpool and Wolverine cameo fest. I was never going in expecting that. That's not what I wanted, actually, at all.
I didn't need that the most.
I was just kind of looking for, like, something. I thought there was gonna be more than just Galactus, and maybe I'm wrong for thinking that, but it kind of felt like remember when the trailers were coming out, and they were showing the same scenes over and over again, and you're like, oh man, they're hiding stuff for sure.
Exactly.
Well, I can confirm to you, they're not hiding a lot. So I want to just go straight into it. Let's get into spoilers now.
All right, here we go. This is our spoilers takes from this point on. If you guys don't want to hear it, pause the video and come back later.
Yeah, full spoilers. We'll talk about some Comic-Con stuff later, so you can actually just jump ahead if you want. We'll have timestamps. Let's get into full spoilers. I want to, off the jump, I want to say massive miss not having Doom play any sort of major part in this movie. He didn't have to be like a significant character, but him not even showing up until what will end up being the post-credit scene is kind of criminal, and I didn't like that because they reference him a lot. Like, where they don't reference him a lot, but they show off what's the country? What's it called? Latveria. Like, they show it a lot. They show it twice, and to me, it's like, okay, you're showing that for a reason. Yeah. But you're not doing anything with it. Yeah. Like, and maybe it's like, well, they're gonna do something in Doomsday. But come on, dude. Like, really? Like, then what's the point? What's the point of showing me that now? Like, if it's to explain to the audience that, oh, something's happening over there, most of us know that's Doom. Most of us know. So showing his country doesn't do a whole lot for us. And I felt like this movie was very much missing the Reed versus Doom, like their dynamic. Like Victor and Reed never interact, and it kind of sucks that like we're going into a Doomsday movie and our Doom and Reed have not interacted outside of a post-credit scene, or at least that we know of. Like, cause maybe they've interacted before. They probably have, but it wasn't shown to us, and that sucks. Like, that's really unfortunate. I think it's a massive missed opportunity. Yeah, for sure.
Like, I actually, all right, here's the thing. I do like the post-credit scene. I do. But the problem is it's not enough. Like, it goes back to what I was saying about this. Like, this needed to be this. And with that, you introduce something cool. Like, without a doubt. Like, the way he entered in was cool. But the problem is, after you see him going up to Franklin, who becomes a more, like, 5-year-old, I guess.
He's 4, yeah.
Because it's, 4-year-old. You see the mask, and then it cuts, and it's like, well, what? Like, there's no, I would have loved it more if it was like this. You continue that scene on, Reed and the rest of the gang comes in. You have Victor explaining some stuff. I'm thinking, low-key, one of my theories is that he either made a deal with Mephisto to gain more power, or he's now on the hunt to get more power. Because this is probably going to be a superior Doom that, I mean, it's going to have to be, because now we know it's going to be a variant Doom. Yeah. But that's my problem. Like you said, like, they hinted at Latveria the whole time with that movie, and it would have been cool if it was like, yo, like, especially that scene, another spoiler, where they were making all these different bridge portals because they were trying to transport their Earth to a different location so that they would be light years away, and that's a long time, especially traveling through space from Galactus. But there was a scene where one satellite or one bridge thing didn't work, and we're thinking it's probably going to be Latveria, and we were thinking low-key that it was going to be like, yo, like, Doom is going to come on the screen, Reed's going to ask him, why are you not, like, activating it? And then Robert Downey Jr. comes on the way, he's like, I don't trust you, bro. I never trusted you. Why do you think I never come to the meetings or whatever you have? Like, you guys are stupid. Yeah. Like, this is just here because my people wanted it or something. I don't know. But that's the point. Like, I think just like Izzy said, he should have been in the movie in little bits and pieces. Yeah, of him being like a regular, like a regular Victor Von Doom, just either being an annoyance for Reed, or maybe even just being his best friend that, like, got trapped in the quantum realm or the multiverse when they were trying to build that portal or something. Like, that's low-key what I thought they were getting at.
Okay. I think I'm gonna get into it more, and I want to say what I said, but for the camera, really fast though. Look, I know y'all are gonna be like in like the TikTok comments, because we'll clip some of these out in the probably in the YouTube comments, like, you guys really thought they were gonna get Robert Downey Jr. for this movie? Like, you guys' expectations were out of the water. So, sure. Maybe my expectations were out of the water, but don't you think that's like a central problem? That the fact that I shouldn't expect Doctor Doom in a Fantastic Four movie? Like, that's stupid. Fantastic Four and Doom are this. Like, they are intertwined. And it comes to the central problem that, why is RDJ playing Doom? And I still, he's a phenomenal actor. I don't doubt that he's going to kill it. I just think it was a bad choice. And I think you could have casted anyone that would have been great. That would have killed it. And I don't think RDJ does too much to elevate that character outside of it being RDJ and him having his MCU connection. I think it was purely for the pop, purely for the hype, purely for the iconic moment. And I think that'll forever be a foundational problem of Doomsday, that we are now missing Doom as like this like looming threat, because we have only seen one post-credit scene of him, and he should have significant more weight going into this movie. And he just doesn't. And look, I think that post-credit scene is going to be the beginning of Doomsday, 100%. Him taking Reed's kid, Reed chasing after him, being like, Victor, we were friends. I don't like you. And he's like, sorry, kid. And then he leaves or whatever. I don't know what he's going to say. But I think that was a problem. Going back to the Liberia thing and like the bridges, the movie gets interesting. This is like a high point for me, and I loved it. When they come back from the planet and they're like, you don't want to sacrifice your kid for what about us? Like, and everyone turns on the Fantastic Four. Yeah. Freaking love that. Like, that is so good. That's so interesting. That's such a, it's just a unique thing to do. And then they solve that so quickly. Yeah. They move on from that. Like, that should have actually been your crutch. For the whole movie, that should have been your crutch. Like, look, everyone's turning on the Fantastic Four. We have to prove to them that, like, what we're doing is right. And then having that tension would have been genius. Yeah. But Sue gives a speech that's good. Yeah. But you're telling me she's a speech to New York City that is then broadcasted to everyone else. And everyone's like, you know what? These Fantastic Four people, they all right. They all right. I just didn't like that. Like, I thought that was really, like, rushed and dumb, and I think it took a lot of it literally like completely took out the most interesting part of your movie. Yeah. And that's so unfortunate because that was like I leaned in, bro. When that happened, they're like, so are we safe? Yeah. And he's like, I don't know. Dude, that's so good. Yeah. I don't know. I felt like that was missing. And then I do actually, another problem I do have, we'll get into positives in a bit. Just another problem I did have was them putting everyone underground. Look, I get why movies do that. It's so they can have cool destruction and you don't have to think about people's lives. And look, Superman did it. Superman did exactly that. But what made Superman good doing that is that the city's being actively destroyed while people are trying to get out. Yeah. So you're like, Superman's still saving people. Superman's still trying to save people. Imagine while they try to move people down underground, the Fantastic, like, Galactus shows up, and Fantastic Four is now like having to fight him while also making sure people are safe underground. Like, that would have added a lot more tension, and but since no one was there, no one was in New York, it's like I'm not worried about anything. Like, oh no, like, because we know they're gonna win. You know, like they weren't gonna lose. So a lot, like, seeing people's lives being taken is now completely gone because, like, they're safe. So the tension's gone. And now I'm not interested. Because now I'm like, I know how this movie's going to end. I know what's going to happen. Like, they're going to win. So why should I be scared right now? And I think that kind of diminished Galactus' impact. Not to mention the fact that they don't even show him eating any planets besides the one. Yeah. And I think, sorry, I'm talking a lot. I'll give it back to you in a second. No one's talking about this, but it kind of felt like Gore the God Butcher to me, where you cast this really talented actor, Ralph Ineson. He's so good. I love him, dude. Final Fantasy 16 fans, I'm looking at you guys. Sid, so good in that game. He's so freaking good in that game. And he's a phenomenal actor. So to cast him as Galactus with such a unique voice, and then for him to be very underutilized, and we don't really see... The introduction shot of Galactus is so dope. Yeah. It's so sick. But after that, like, Reed's just looks like, so he destroyed that planet, destroyed that planet, destroyed that planet. But we don't get to see it. Yeah. I'm sick and tired of these Marvel movies telling me things villains do, but never showing it to me. Yeah. They do the same thing with Gore, where it's like, oh, he killed this god, this god, this god. But I only saw him kill one god. He's really the God Butcher. Yeah. I only saw him kill one god. Galactus is really this world eater. I only saw him eat one world. Like, what are we doing? Yeah. Like, what happened to making villains scary? Yeah. What happened to making villains, you know? Yeah. I don't think Galactus really had that. And sure, he looked it like the comic book. Like, it looks like a comic book. But are we going to really sit here and pretend that this was a good interpretation of Galactus? I'm not going to say so. I think this interpretation was serviceable. I think it was way better than Rise of the Silver Surfer. I think it was just good. Yeah. But it could have been great. And it wasn't. Like, I'm not going to remember Galactus as an all-timer villain in the MCU. 100% not.
Yeah. Definitely felt wasted, especially for what he was brought up as, what he was introduced as. You have the freaking Silver Surfer who already looked crazy cool for her aspect come in announcing you, going like, yo, like, he's about to eat your planet. Beginning.
I herald your end. Yeah. I herald
Galactus.
Like, the only time I got chills in that movie.
But then, like, the rest of the movie is like, he's just this big goofball that's just a bully, and it's not like you're scary, you're like a Thanos level dude, you're just a bully. So this leads me to my next point. That world should have been destroyed.
Oh, 100%.
I'm gonna be for real.
100%.
Because this is the reason why I'm saying it too. You're not going back to that world. We're not. Like, because think about it. They just said that they're getting a reboot in Secret Wars, and there's not been a confirmed sequel for Fantastic Four. We heard stuff, but there's no sequel happening before Secret Wars. So we're never seeing that world again. We know there's going to be a reboot. So why the heck did you not destroy it, whether it's Galactus destroying it, whether it's Doom destroying it, and then you just have it where, they now have a reason to fight because they're going to think that, like, we can return to our world when they're doing the whole Doomsday Battle World stuff on Secret Wars. Like, that would have been some good weight, because what if they're like, oh, we'll give you something better after the whole fight. We'll have you return to a world, but it's not going to be your world, but it's going to be a world that can replicate that. Like, and you barely may not even remember it because it's going to be a reboot. But now, that's why I'm, like, bugged now, because it's like, there's no reason to keep that world alive. Like, that's why I thought, like, with all the good stuff going on, like you said before, that's why I like the idea you brought up. Like, that world is gone, Herbie's gone, like, that little girl, like, lifting the car is gone, because it has to happen. We're not returning there. We're never going to see it again. There's no possible way for us to see it again.
And also them moving away so quickly from, like Sue giving the speech and everyone being like, yay, like, yeah, Fantastic Four, we love them. Like, imagine destroying the world after that.
That's what I'm saying.
That would have hit so much harder because these people put their trust in you and you failed.
Yeah.
That's so good. But as opposed to, like, it's like you can either have, there's two versions of this, where either one, the people are in the city, people are dying, the Fantastic Four doing everything they can to stop Galactus and save the people, or the other version where they get everyone's trust, their plan doesn't work, the world dies. And it's like, wow, now they have to live with that weight of failing. Like, what the heck? That's so much more interesting, you know? And I'm not gonna, like, sit here and tell you I'm a better writer. I'm freaking not. I'm a freaking I do not. I can't do what they do. Yeah. I can't do what you guys do. Like, that's just not for me. But I can look at a piece and I could be like, you know what? Like, I just think you missed. You had a really strong direction and you took a right turn. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know why you did that. But yeah, dude,
there were just
rough.
A lot of misses, but they did do a lot of things that I liked. Like,
let's be happy. Yeah, let's talk about some positives.
Yeah, because I mean, like, I had crazy big expectations, but they did some cool stuff. Like, for one, they showcased everyone's powers in a really cool way. Oh
yeah, dude.
Like,
power set was
Reed
on it.
Looked incredible. Sue Storm looked incredible. The Thing looked incredible, and Johnny Storm also. They really updated him. Oh my gosh, yeah, he looked tough.
Great.
Especially that opening where he goes up and just sucks all the fire out of that building. Sick. I was like, wow, I never saw that. I saw the picture of it in something, but I didn't know he was sucking the fire. I thought that he was, like, putting the fire out, but that was cool. Did you have anything before we move on about their powers, like, that you liked?
I really liked. I'm with you. I liked how they were all portrayed, and I like that they were properly utilized. I think a lot of the times you'll see power sets, like, shown off, like, oh, look, they could do this, they could do that, and then they don't use them later. Mm-hmm. This movie did a great job of, like, showing off everyone's powers and then it being relevant near the end of the movie. And I also really appreciated how everyone felt, like, independent, like they can really hold their own by themselves, and then as a team they're even stronger. I just really like that, like, uniqueness. I feel like you don't see that a lot, where it's like, oh, like, literally, like, Fantastic Four, like the 2015 one, where they're all in there like, guys, this isn't working. We are not strong enough to do this, but if we do it together, we can beat Doom. And then they, like, just use their powers all together. They just do the exact same thing, but at the same time, so it's like it works. It's the stupidest thing ever. But
oh my bad.
No, I just really appreciated how properly utilized everyone's like kits were, and that they were, like, actually used, not just shown.
One really cool thing that I did want to point out in the movie was, I don't think in any other Fantastic Four movie we saw how in control Johnny was of his powers, because I know they've been Fantastic Four for 4 years, but one of the coolest scenes to me was, I was wondering how he was going to grab people if they were to fall or something. Oh, yeah. And he goes over, and this girl, there's a piece of debris about to fall on this girl. He grabs the girl, and I'm thinking, whoa, is she on fire? He literally, like, half of his body was on fire, the other half wasn't.
Yeah, on his back.
And then then right cool. when he brought her down to her mother, which I'm still kind of questioning how you knew that was her mother, because she was kind of everywhere. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't
it's a 60s movie, technically. But right when he put her down, whole body lights back on fire, and I was like, that was pretty cool. Mm-hmm. The fact that he has that much control of his powers is really cool. But I admire that. Like, I admire that, like, attention to detail. Yeah, because I think that's super important. Because you can't just be on fire and then grabbing some random girl.
Oh, yeah, dude, you can't.
She's going to burn up. Like, 100%. Come on.
I liked... Ooh, another thing that was really awesome is I liked, like, how well they established that world. And not just from, like, an art perspective, but I liked how they all had, like, their own, like, what do you call it? Like, their own set of villains. What's the word, though? Is it quartery? Doesn't matter. I'm not trying to be deep right now. It's too late for this. I'm like, it's 11:30 here. But I loved how they had their own set of villains, and they weren't like fully shown off, but like they were mentioned or shown off. Some of them, like Mole Man.
Mole Man was funny.
I'm forgetting their names.
Everybody laughed when he showed up on the stage grade.
Mole Man I remember very distinctly, and I'm not a big Fantastic Four guy. Like I don't know a whole lot of like.
I don't know any of them. I'm gonna be for real. Besides Doom and Galactus,
I know a little bit. Like I dabble. I haven't read a whole lot though. Not a whole lot. I haven't read anything, but like I keep up with it as best as I can. So I don't know a lot of these villains, but I just really like that the MCU doesn't do this ever. Like things like this, where like it feels like each individual character, in the MCU, like I feel like Iron Man, Captain America, all their villains kind of feel like team villains. It's like Ultron, that's an Avengers villain, you know, like Iron Man, sure, he has like Ironmonger and Whiplash, but it's like they're not very memorable, or like they're not like in world. Like it's like it's set to the movie.
Oh, in the Mandarin.
In the Mandarin, yeah, but like they're very set to the movie. Like Iron Man 1 is Ironmonger, Iron Man 2 is Whiplash, and Iron Man 3 is the Mandarin. And I never really liked that. Like it's like all the villains are so self-contained, and I feel like the only person that's ever had like a strong set of villains that always kind of stick around is Spider-Man. Yeah. And the MCU kind of just started touching on it. They still have like that problem of like Vulture's the villain of Homecoming, and then it's Mysterio, and then it's like the other ones. I hope for Brand New Day they do a Fantastic Four situation where it's like, oh look, he has Rhino and he has this and he has that, and it's like, look, all these people, like he's always fighting these villains. I like that. I just kind of feels like the world's a little more lived in. It feels like these worlds exist outside of the movie we're watching, and I always appreciate stuff like that. So I really liked how they like introduced their set of villains, even if they weren't that important. It was just like, for me, I was like, I appreciate this. Like I like that.
I thought that was a cool touch.
Oh yeah.
Another thing I really liked is they introduced the concept I was talking about earlier. The concept I'm talking about is cosmic power. That is one of the question marks I still have for the MCU, because I know that apparently Spider-Man can have a cosmic spider. There's like a cosmic Spider-Man type of costume.
Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Yeah, there's
like a lot of those.
Well, apparently that's like the most powerful thing in the MCU.
I hope they don't get too much into that.
I don't think they will. I don't think they'll do superhero stuff like that. But I know like Franklin Richards. He's gonna be
for
a cosmic being. Like, and I'm still trying to figure out how he can be a cosmic being, because I know he's born from Sue Storm and Reed Richards, but I'm just trying to figure out how he can be cosmic, I guess. But you know, I'm still new.
Let us know in the comments. Let us know in the comments.
Like, I would love to hear what you guys like, how that's possible, how it can be, because I am wondering. I'm not saying it's stupid. I'm just like in wonder. But I thought that was really cool, because even though that movie didn't go, like, once again, it's here, hoping it to be here, I think introducing the word cosmic, and then even Reed trying to study what the heck that is, and the fact that 4 years have gone by during that post-credit scene, he probably may know a little bit more about what his son's doing and everything, but we don't know that because, you know. But I still think that was super cool, like, because now like the whole Celestial thing, we were trying to learn what the heck a Celestial is.
But y'all hated Eternals, so we never got Celestials ever again, and that's your fault.
I'm actually still mad at you guys. Like, still to this day, I almost feel like Eternals is like not counting those first 3 phases, Eternals might still be one of those like best movies in the MCU since
it's it's so underrated, low key, dude. Like, so freaking underrated.
Well, if you think about it, it's still like a well thought out, well made movie out of all the other.
Oh yeah, we don't get that. It is actually like, I feel like in terms of like visual quality, it's one of the more well made MCU movies. I don't think we see, even in phases 1 through 3, I don't think we see movies that look that good. Like, that movie looks really good.
You know, you might be right on that point.
Let's talk. I'm trying to think. What are we missing?
The ship.
Yeah, the designs for everything were so cool. Such strong style. I feel like style that I think is missing from a lot of the MCU stuff. I see you Twitter people all the time talking about how bland the MCU is, and Phil has something he wants to say. Well, here, but I think a lot of you guys talk about how bland the MCU is, and I don't share that sentiment, but I get it. Like, I understand where it's coming from. I think Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four really revitalized like this whole like artistic style all the movies can have that's like different. And I think for a while they kind of all looked the same aside from Guardians of the Galaxy, which always felt very different. That was like a James Gunn touch, but everything else like Civil War, Winter Soldier, Iron Man 1 through 3, like they kind of all look samey visually. And I really appreciate like Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four bringing back that like unique style. I think Eternals also has a really unique style. Even Shang-Chi, I think Shang-Chi is like the border between those two, where Shang-Chi kind of looks pretty like your average MCU stuff, but like when it gets going, it looks incredible.
Oof. But my bad, continue.
No, that's it, go. What did you have to say?
So one thing that actually did make me geek in the theater was they took some inspiration from Christopher Nolan from Interstellar. So have you ever seen the movie Interstellar?
Yeah, I've seen the movie Interstellar.
So the black hole scene, when they the Fantastic Four, when they're trying to outrun the Silver Surfer, they go out of a wormhole into a black hole, and they're going towards it. And the way it's shot is almost exactly the way they were doing the black hole scene in Interstellar, except they don't go in the black hole. They make it seem like they are, but then they are out of it. And I thought that was incredible because the black hole that they had there looked exactly like the one from Interstellar. And I was geeking because I was like, oh my gosh, like they're using the black hole from there. And they also use the same type of black hole little method thing in Superman. Like,
I mean, a lot of black holes. All black holes look the same though. That's why.
I know. I just like how with
it just shares that like artistic style.
It shared the whole intensity of going into a black hole is like, and I just really appreciated that because like from Interstellar, like they showed you how crazy it is being around a black hole, and the fact that they were able to figure it out because one, they're superheroes with crazy technology. Like technology was insane in that world. I just thought it was really cool to see that, and it was really cool to see them figure out how to get out of that because man, oh man, when the Silver Surfer was getting sucked in that black hole, I was like, whoa, are they getting sucked in? And then when they didn't, I was like, oof. I was kind of hoping for them to get sucked in because I thought that they would figure out, oh, we could teleport through black holes into other dimensions or something. But, you know, it's whatever.
It's whatever.
But, I mean, yeah, there were some fun times with the movie, but there were some gripes I had with it. But,
I think, is there any other moments that I'm missing? I want to talk about Sue Storm really fast. Mr. Kirby, I'm happy you proved all the haters wrong. Because everyone was like, haters? Yeah, dude, I saw so many tweets like, she's not attractive enough to be Sue Storm. And I'm like, wow. Y'all have never talked to a woman in your entire life. Like, that's all I can think. And
I did not know there were haters for Vanessa Kirby.
Dude, she and Ebon Moss were like the only two actors that I saw, and I was like, oh, they're gonna kill it. Yeah. I was so because they're great. Well, I mean, they're both.
I was hesitant on Joseph Quinn.
Joseph Quinn, I was hesitant on because it seemed different, and then Pedro Pascal, I just was like wasn't fully on board with. But freaking Vanessa Kirby, heart and soul of this movie again. Just gonna re-say that again. Like, she kills this role. She's 100% in on it too. I just want to shout her out. Pedro Pascal also is amazing. Again, we talked about it. Like, I loved his version of Reed not playing a douche. And then the thing in Human Torch's relationship was so good. It was so funny. It didn't feel as like, I feel like the OG movies is very much like Human Torch just like bullies the thing for being ugly. This, you know what sucks is they kind of touch on the thing like being very insecure, and they don't get into it. I wish they got into that more. That's what I was
kind of annoyed about. I was like, there were rumors saying that he was going to get his wristbands that turn him human, but he never did.
I'd be mad about that. Don't do that.
I wouldn't be mad. Like,
why? That takes out like so much. How like that takes like the emotional weight of his character away.
In a way, yeah, but they didn't even go into it.
No, at the same time. But if they could like make him, if he can look normal, I feel like that makes him not interesting anymore. That just makes him like the Hulk.
Yeah, I just thought like maybe,
except worse.
I thought maybe they would introduce it in the movie and then have him use it for a little bit, and then they get destroyed at a point where, and then somebody sees him and they're like, and then like he realizes like, oh no, like once again I'm like ugly, but then like that woman who was around teaches him that like he's not ugly. He's actually a really kind person.
Yeah.
And he just owns it.
I think you could have just done that without the wristband. I think you could have done that without the wristband though. I don't think you needed that wristbands that wristband arc to do that.
But then like they introduced it and then they just never go back to it.
Yeah. Like, I wish they touched on him like feeling more insecure more. I would have loved that, but it's fine. Again, like this movie was very much a Sue and Reed movie. Like they harken on them a lot more than Joseph Quinn and
I feel like it was a family movie, to be honest.
Yeah, but I just don't think they focus enough on Johnny and the Thing as much as I think they should have. Because sure, it's a family movie. Like you feel all their chemistry, but you don't really like grow to understand like Sue's mindset and Reed's mindset more than you ever do Johnny and the Thing Ben.
Yeah, that's true.
Ben's like feelings. Again, they only touch on Ben's insecurity. They really only like slightly touch on Johnny Storm's like douchey like ego side. It's very like low key personality. Like I don't think it's as strong as Chris Evans's. Like Chris Evans is a very strong douchebag. You know, I like Joseph Quinn's more though. But like Reed and Sue, you really understand like Reed is this existential smart guy that's always thinking about the end, and Sue is this like loving mother that's really just trying to like do her best to raise a child that she's unsure is gonna have a normal life. And I think that's just a really like I loved that aspect of the movie. I think that was so great. But I would have loved to see the other two get a little bit more attention. But I don't have anything else I want to say on Fantastic Four aside from the post-credit scene underwhelmed me. Did we talk about it? I know we like mentioned it while we're talking.
It. You didn't say anything.
Look, I don't know how you guys feel, but look, there's something about Doom showing up, and like, sure, I get it. Like, it's hype because Doom's there. Oh no, I wasn't expecting that. Like, I don't know. It didn't have the same impact like Thor Ragnarok did, where at the end of Thor Ragnarok, Thanos' ship shows up, and you're like,
exactly.
Oh no, like that's gonna be bad.
Yeah,
but. In this, like, because you weren't expecting the Asgardians to get murdered again, and then freaking like in this case, it's like, oh, I would have expected Doom to show up then. Like it very much met expectations, and I think they need to give a little bit more for me to have been like, oh, that was a great post-credit scene. For me, it was just like, oh, it's exactly what I expected it was gonna be. So I just wasn't impressed. Wasn't impressed at all. But yeah, you have anything else you want to say about Fantastic Four?
Just needed more. That's it. Like it had good concepts. It wasn't an overall bad movie. It was pretty good.
No, not bad by any means. Yeah, it wasn't bad by any means. Like 100%. I don't want anyone to like take away from this review that we hated the movie. I liked it. I actually really enjoyed it. I just think it was missing things, and I think there was things they could have. I think it was a very focused movie, but I wish they focused on other things. Yeah. That was our review for Fantastic Four. Phil, let's get into Comic-Con. Let's talk about what we saw, what we experienced, some things we saw. All right. Me and Phil did a few panels. So, really fast, we walked on the show floor, got to hang out, check out some of the booths, some awesome booths. They had a Meet Herbie section. They had a Fantastic Four, like they had all their suits on display, which was really cool. They had this really cool figure store, which I bought a Daredevil figure, a lot of comic books, a lot of collectibles. Scott Pilgrim. Yeah, Brian O'Malley's going to be there tomorrow.
Shoot, actually, keep talking real quick.
You're going to grab it?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to show it on camera.
Oh, but I can't show my Daredevil statue.
Well, because
I have to open it.
It's packaged.
Yeah, I do. I have to open it. But yeah, I was just obsessed with the show. It was awesome. The show floor was really sick. It was very surreal. There you go. There's the Scott Pilgrim books. I think I'm gonna go buy them probably tomorrow. I think. I don't know. I want to get them. I haven't read them. I feel like I would really like it. All 6 issues. But I know. Here's my comic book plan that I'm buying tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow I'm gonna go buy a Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow for sure. I'm either gonna buy a Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow for sure. I'm gonna go buy the booklet versions of the Invincible comics because I saw some of them. So I was like, I'll buy issues. I'll buy like the 1, 2, and 3 just to start collecting them. I want to buy there was another one. I saw like a set and I'm pissed. I don't remember what it's called. Oh my gosh, it's gonna bug me. I might buy Scott Pilgrim. I don't know yet. Like I'm still debating. But we got a lot of really good comic book recommendations from a guy we met at the Kirkman show. So I'm definitely gonna check more stuff out on Amazon.
Shout out to Octavio.
But I'm gonna look around on the show floor and find some cool stuff. But
I'm gonna see if I can find Murder Falcon, because I know he was talking about that one. That one sounds really cool to me.
Kirkman has one that looks pretty cool, and it was like a sci-fi thing. I like sci-fi.
The Die one?
No, that was more of like an assassin thing. It was
Manifest Destiny.
No, it's Void Rivals. I want to check out Void Rivals.
Okay.
A lot of people were getting it signed, so I want to check it out. But after the show floor, Phil, you and I went to the Kirkman panel, but we had to sit through something else before that.
Yeah.
Me and Phil sat through The Miraculous Ladybug. Just saying it is funny. I don't know.
I thought it was cool.
Look, respect to all of you that like love the show. I just like, not for me. Yeah, not for me at all. And we were sitting there. We got through it. But there's some cool stuff. I mean, like the anime thing they showed off. They're doing like this Miraculous Ladybug like in universe like anime thing that was really cool looking.
Called Stellar Force, being placed in the Tokyo version or Tokyo area, but it's gonna be It's gonna be 2D animated. Yeah. Which I was like, wow, they're going back
and
to
hand drawn, which I thought was really cool. Like again, really like just think that's awesome. But the show didn't do much for me. It's cool to see all the fans. Cool to see all like the little kids go up and ask questions. I just thought that was sweet. Like good for them. But for me, I'm 20 years old. I think I'll pass. If I watched it now, I'd feel weird. I think it's one of those things you have to grow up watching. Like I can't do it now. You know,
I don't want to watch it.
I'm not.
Kind of want to.
I have a job. I don't got time for that. I got a
job too.
I don't got time for that. No, I'm just saying I don't got time for that. You know, like.
I feel you. I kind of just want to try it out just for that, because they were kind of like, I was watching that panel and I was low-key at first like, yeah, I mean, I'll go watch it. But then like watching it, I was like,
they were selling you, bro.
Because it was just cool. It was like, wow, like this fandom really goes hard, and apparently they're making more seasons, and because of
and more shows,
the success of it, they're making more like spin-offs and stuff. I'm like, wow, they really are successful with this.
Can I be honest? I think it just seemed way too kiddie for me. Like a lot of like the
it is kiddie.
Yeah, like that's what it's catered for. But like that's why I can't watch it now. Like me being 20 years old, like it'd be a hard watch, you know, for it being very like more kiddie, more like like funny, like yay, you know, like I can watch like Spectacular Spider-Man and like these older like kids Spider-Man cartoons.
Oh yeah.
Because I just feel like they're a little bit more mature.
They are. And
from what we saw from correct me if I'm wrong, please, whoever their fans, it just seemed like not as mature and not as interesting. And it just didn't click with me at all. I was just like, yeah, this is 100% a kid show, and there's nothing else, nothing more than that. It's just a kid show.
But yeah, I mean, it was fun to just see all that new information before everybody else. So I was excited about that.
I'm freaking flexing. Yeah, you guys don't know the Miraculous Ladybug deets. I got them all. You want to know about the Miraculous Ladybug? I'll let you know.
Stellar Force Tokyo.
Stellar Force. You know this. I'll let you know the Miraculous Ladybug. That's a ladybug.
You know something that Izzy was excited for?
Oh my God.
That made him geek a lot?
Ugh.
The Robert Kirkman panel that actually had me geeking a lot.
Dude, I was fiending, bro.
I know I have a lot to say about it, but low key, I need Izzy to go in real quick, because this man was like a kid in a candy store, like me.
Smiling ear to ear. As someone who is a newer comic book reader, someone who like grew up with it but never really understood it completely, just sort of reading individual issues. Take a look at my phone case. You can't see it from here. It's an Invincible phone case. I love Invincible to death. Invincible means a lot to me. He always has for the past 5 years now. I love Invincible. I think it's just one of the most special like comic books shows like I've ever seen in my entire life, and it was really cool to see him talk about a lot of the stuff surrounding it. So the Invincible verses, I geeked. Battle Beast is officially set up. I'm jealous of all you Evo players being able to go hang out and play. That's awesome. Good for you guys. I wanted to go this year, and I was like, I can't do multiple trips in one, because it would have been next week. I can't do that. I can't miss more work. But good for you guys. Hope you guys have fun. Invincible versus was awesome. I can't wait. Him showing off Dinosaurus.
It is now confirmed that Dinosaurus will be in season 4 of the new Invincible series. Season.
Before we do our annual cut, I do want to comment really fast. I saw a lot of people in the fandom. Excuse me, hold on.
You good?
Excuse me, I had to burp. I saw a lot of people in like the fandom like getting kind of mad about it, like the designs being like, wow, look how they like massacred my boy.
Whatever, bro.
Look, I'm gonna tell you guys this right now. It's the same conversation as when they did the animation for Angstrom Levy. Dude, you really expect them to freaking get all the little detail and animate it frame by frame? Like, who do you guys think you are, bro? Like, I'd like to see you get in a booth and do that, you know? Like, I'll always say, if you're going to sit here and you're going to complain and you're going to be mad, sure, Ryan Otley's art is so damn good. It's so freaking good. I love him. But I'm not expecting the same level of art for an animated show, because that's just not realistic. And if we're going to sit here and complain, but then also demand for it to come out yearly, I think y'all gotta, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You gotta really make up your mind, what do you want. And for me, look, Kirkman said at the panel, Invincible vs. Conquest is an incredibly animated fight.
Yeah.
If anyone argues that, you're just wrong. Like, it's a fantastic fight. It's one of the highest rated episodes in IMDb history.
That was one of my favorite episodes in Invincible history. I'm gonna be for real.
It's one of my favorite episodes of TV history.
Yeah.
And look, if they're gonna keep doing that quality, I'm not worried about this show like whatsoever. So dinosaurs can look a little more simpler, a little more smooth, and I'm not gonna sit here and whine like a little baby about it, because I'm 20 years old and I want to just enjoy the show.
Yeah.
You know, like let's just grow a pair, you know, and really just enjoy something and be happy for once. But really fast, we're gonna do our annual cut and we'll keep talking about the Kirkman panel. Gotcha. There's more to say. We're back. I don't know if it captured actually what I said. Annual cut. We're back. Yeah. So Phil, you want to talk about some of the dinosaur stuff? What do you think?
And once again, I'm one of the comic book readers of Invincible that has finished the whole story, knows what's up, know who Dinosaurus is and what's gonna come in the future. I'm not gonna talk about it, but
everyone dies.
Yeah, some people.
Everyone dies. Everyone dies.
But I like the design. Like, I know that
I got hyped, dude.
I think that the way they made him look actually looks a little bit cooler than the comic book. I think that the dinosaur is a little bit
really?
more, I think it's more detailed in the comic book, but I still feel like he looks too much like a dinosaur. Like, this one makes him look like a man dinosaur a little bit more. Like, his arms are a little bit more fledged out, which is what I liked a little bit about it. But that's my personal opinion. Like, I know a lot of people are going to hate it, but I just want to go back to the animation thing. Like, there were 2 or 3 people that went up to ask Robert Kirkman, who also is he's definitely one of my favorite people, just hearing him talk and everything. Like,
he's so funny.
He's such a cool guy. Like, the fact that there were
he does not care. Like, he was
the fact that there were more people like asking for autographs and he would still do the autographs in the line. I thought that was super cool. But the thing that I got annoyed about was people asking if the animation could get better, and I'm like, what more do you guys want? Like,
Not even like, what more do you guys want? More so, like, it just feels like kind of rude.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, that feels like a really rude question to ask.
That was rude. That was pretty fucking rude.
Very out of place, like unnecessary. Like, look, y'all forget, like, those are dudes working hard in there.
Yeah.
Really trying. Sure, they cut corners. Sure, they're a little cheap sometimes. Dude, I don't think the Invincible animation's that great either. But I think when it is great, it's freaking miles better than all the stuff you see now.
But here's my problem with the whole animation thing, too, because it goes over the Spider-Verse thing, too. Like, you all want them to release stuff annually or even just release stuff sooner rather than later. But you want the animation to be top-notch. And if you guys don't know, animation is way harder to do because it's easier to have voice actors come in and play the role of the person because they're voice acting it. But then with the animators, that is like the engine because they have to animate the mannerisms and even the person who's voice acting. They got to animate the world. They got to do way more stuff than just build sets and do this. They got to create a world, a whole world from bottom to top. So when I'm hearing the complaints, and even when Beyond the Spider-Verse got delayed from like just 3 weeks, like it got delayed 3 weeks, everybody's freaking out about that. And then when Invincible's doing this whole stuff where it's like, oh, well, the animation for the other 7 episodes weren't that good, but episode 8 was amazing, but it should have been like that the whole season. It's like, guys, you asked them to release it sooner. They released it sooner. We saw it season 2, and then literally the next year we saw season 3. What more do you want? Like, what more do you want?
And the development was a little scuffed too. I mean, like they didn't really have a full team for season 2. That's why season 2 looked the way they did. Like season 1, they were in-house Amazon, not in-house. They were like working with Amazon with like their animation team.
Mm-hmm.
Season 2, the reason why the gap is so wide is because Robert Kirkman wanted to completely do it in-house.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to hire new animators, artists, all the stuff, and they didn't have a full team working on season 2, and that's why they split it up into 2 halves. They finally got a full team and were able to start season 3 and do it, and it's like now they're established. Now there's a team. They're probably bigger now too. It's not a budget problem. It's not even really a time problem. It was a people problem.
Yeah.
Like they just didn't have the manpower for it. And I mean, Kirkman said it in the panel, like it's only going to get better from here.
Yeah.
And I agree. I'd rather have the thing at its best than it quick. That's me personally. But I will say, I think I'm not going to argue with someone when the people are saying it's ready. If it's ready, it's ready.
Yeah.
Just release it. It's fine.
I'm cool with that.
I'm so comfortable with the animation. It does not bug me, like in the slightest. Actually, it bugs so many people. The amount of people that like are like, look at the character standing in the background. That's lifeless. I don't care.
I really
don't care. It's just that stuff. Like the little details for me are not that big of a deal. It's not an end all be all thing for me. I just like love the show so much. I love the writing. I love the voice acting. I love the fight scenes. The sound design is incredible. Like I'm in it for the show, man. And I love the show so much. So that's it. Like
that is I'm just gonna say it quick and then we can move on. But I'm into Invincible, not because of the comic book animation or comic book art. I'm into it because of the story. Like we've said this before, and I know some of you guys are gonna get angry. Like I don't care if they do the first 1 through 7 episodes in stick figure and then go crazy on episode 8 with the final fight. I'm totally fine with that. But I am invested in the story. Like the story of Invincible, because that's how good it is to me. Like I literally will watch 30 minutes of a stick figure, 40 minutes of stick figures of Stephen Wan, Adam Eve, like just talking, and then like even just Omni-Man or whatever the heck he's doing with Alan, just talking, just to get a good episode 8.
And as someone who loves Ryan Otley and all of his art, I love you, Ryan Otley. You're probably not watching. You're so talented. You're such a genius. I'm obsessed with his art, Phil. Like I love that man. I follow him on Instagram. I'm like, this guy is so cool. He posts a lot of cool Invincible stuff on his Instagram. But someone who loves like the art for the Invincible comic book, I agree with y'all. The animation art not as good. Like, all right, what am I gonna do about it? You know, it's not that big a deal to me. It doesn't bug me whatsoever. It doesn't bug me in the slightest. There's not a day that goes by where I'm like thinking about like, man, I wish it looked like that. I've literally never thought that once. Yeah. At no point have I thought that. I promise you. And you're lying. I'm not. I love the art style for the animation so much because it feels like 90s cartoons. Exactly. It feels like the old superhero cartoons, and it's really comfortable, and I love it. I don't need the new style, the arcanes and the cross, because I like things when they look a little older.
Arcane is amazing though, but
and sure, X-Men 97.
That's
sure. Freaking, I like that animation. Ugh, oh my gosh, it's so good. But the animation for Invincible always hold a special place because I love its style. I love its style. But yeah, Kirkman also showed off some other stuff. Battle Beast, Invincible Universe, really cool. I was waiting for the like collection to come out before I bought it, which comes out in November, but me and Phil were given tickets. Those tickets give us the first issue alt cover signed by Kirkman, plus another comic he was doing, which I forgot the name for.
It was not Skin Breakers. It was
something like that.
Skin something.
It looked awesome.
It looked really cool.
We're also getting that black and white version signed by him too. I don't think it was the full issue 1. It was like 14 pages of it though. Yeah. Which is really cool.
Either way, I'm very grateful, and thank you, Robert Kirkman, for signing all of them, because you didn't have to do that, but it's super cool that you did, and I promise you we are not going to sell it.
Yeah, no.
I'm going to keep that forever because I am a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of your writing. I've been watching The Walking Dead, and I'm just impressed with that. I don't know how much of your writing is in it, but I love that it is your property and you created it, and I'm a fan. So I can't sell that. I got to keep it.
And then Astonishing Wolfman and Tech Jacket getting compendiums, really cool.
Die.
I'll definitely purchase those. Yeah, and then a lot of his older stuff, getting other like hardcovers and collectibles, really cool. I really like how much he embraces his like other work, because I think it's easy to be like, yeah, Invincible, it's so popular, Walking Dead, everyone knows it, but like he's really passionate about Die, Void. Shit, I literally just said it. What's it called? Void Rivals. I was gonna say Void Lasers, like Void Rivals, and like some of his other work, Battle Pope, like things like that. And I really appreciated that. Like I think that's just really cool that in a space where he knows everyone's mainly here for Invincible and Walking Dead, he also understands like, no, dude, I have a lot of diehard fans out there that like love everything I do, and I respect him supporting both those. Yeah, I just thought it was cool. And that, did he have anything that I'm missing? I don't think so.
He was answering a lot of questions. He confirmed a lot of things, and I also thought it was cool that whenever we were getting news, we would get a pop up.
Oh yeah, of like, because they had a lot of press. And we're like,
we just heard that.
I liked him commenting on an Invincible open world game. Yeah, that was really cool. I like kind of geeked a little bit, but also like he kind of confirmed they never will do it, which I liked. He left it open, but he said like, look, we're doing things in house, and we understand that some games to that scale have an insane budget. So I like that he said that, and that's true. Games cost millions upon millions of dollars to make. Saw the Spider-Man game. Spider-Man 2 is $350 million. Like, that's insane. You want Invincible to have that quality, it's going to cost that much, and it's just not going to work.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm going to say it on here. What I want desperately is I would love a Invincible turn-based RPG game. I would geek for it. I would freaking be obsessed with it. Like a hardcore, sick animation Invincible RPG game would be pretty cool.
Oh yeah,
I think that'd be what I want. That or like a so they did it with Adam Eve, but like a straight, not like a visual novel style. I would love a more like Telltale's Walking Dead style Invincible game. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, right when he mentioned it, I literally just yelled out Telltale when he was mentioning stuff.
Yeah, that's what I would want. But
it'd do really well too.
Yeah. Kirkman show was awesome, but we did another panel. We did another two actually. Take it away.
We got some cool information with these two directors by the names of Paul Feig and Rob Reiner.
Yeah.
Rob Reiner, creator of The Bear, and Paul Feig, director of an episode.
No, so Paul Feig directed a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But I knew him from, he directed the wedding episodes of The Office, which is really cool. I found out there. Rob Reiner isn't, like, he didn't create The Bear. He's just in it. Like,
director?
He's a guest star.
My bad. Yeah,
guest star. He's just
I could have sworn he said, like, he was my fault.
No, he was...
Misheard him.
He was in the 4th season as he was, like, the guy that Abraham was, like...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was, like, he was guest star. But more importantly, Jessica Day's dad in New Girl, which was really cool because I forgot. I was like, I saw him. I was like, oh wait, I forgot he was in that. Yeah, he more importantly directed Princess Bride, which is what everyone probably knows him for.
Yeah, but it was a really cool panel. Like they had a lot of famous actors and screenwriters and writers in general, and even directors ask him questions.
Yeah,
and some of them popped up. Like George Miller popped up and asked him a question. I was like, Sean Levy, Noah Schnapp, Logan Lerman. Like there were a lot of really cool people.
Was Noah Schnapp there? Noah Schnapp asked a question.
Yeah. He was the guy with the white hair at the Sydney thing in Australia who was like around the people asking like...
That was Noah Schnapp?
That was Noah Schnapp.
What happened?
I don't know. Maybe he's doing a role or maybe he's just disguised. That was his hair. The long white hair. That was him.
You're 1,000,000% sure.
That was him. I recognize his face.
All right.
I promise.
Doesn't look like him at all.
But yeah, like the panel, it was really cool just to hear from them and give us like knowledge basically about like their directing style and their process on how doing things. And the one thing that stuck out, like I kept talking to you guys about it, was like he really loves comedians, like, or even actors in their element. Like there will be some movies he'll have where he barely even works on a script, he just lets the movie write itself, and I thought that was a really cool thing to do.
Yeah, I mean they do a lot of comedies. I feel like that's what you have to do with a comedy.
Yeah,
you can only write so many jokes, but if you don't let the actor really like do their thing,
it just makes it weird.
It's gonna make it it's gonna make the movie feel very stiff, and you don't want a comedy to feel stiff. You want everyone to be on their toes, not expecting what's gonna happen, you know. And yeah, I really liked hearing their process. I liked hearing how they like developed their process. Where like Paul Feig talks about it, where he was like, I forgot the director they brought up, but like how this guy used to storyboard everything.
Hitchcock.
You'd follow the storyboard, something like that. You'd follow the storyboard like frame for frame. And when he started, he was like, I'm gonna try this. It's not working for me.
Yeah.
And like the way he like pivoted to like finding his own like style and vision, I thought was really cool. I just liked listening to them talk.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, there's something about hearing like actual directors talk about, like you said, their process and the way they work, who they like working with, things like that. Like the environments they like working in is just so cool.
Yeah.
You don't hear it too often. And I really appreciated being able to sit there, especially because at first I didn't really care. I was like, I'm gonna listen to them. I was on my phone a lot during it. I was texting. But I was listening. It was like a podcast.
Yeah.
I was freaking just listening to like a podcast, and
it really was a podcast.
They were really cool people. But I want to talk about Five Nights at Freddy's. Five Nights at Freddy's. We were in Hall H for the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 Blumhouse panel.
Hall H was cool too.
Hall H was sick, dude. Oh my gosh.
That was a big stinging
hall.
Wow.
it was crazy.
Oh my gosh.
But FNAF 2 panel didn't amaze me, but it was fun. I had a good time. We watched a trailer, which they already showed. We got to see a scene. You had to show a little snippet of the beginning of the movie, it looked like. Didn't blow me away or anything, but again, I was just like, this is cool that we're getting this. I was laughing
at a certain thing.
There was a guy in the trailer, and the way he was acting was so out of the ordinary. And it's what makes horror movies so funny to me, is like when characters are acting weird, it's like what makes Get Out so funny. Like, I just like the way they're all acting in that movie is so funny. So like that's how it felt. Like I was just like, dude, why is this guy acting like that?
I like how out of all the horror movies you just went. I like how Get Out. Like
I don't watch a lot of horror movies, and Get Out is very distinct to me because I remember thinking that movie is like the funniest movie on planet Earth. Like why are they talking like that? Like it's so funny. But Sinners never really had that. None of the actually no, never mind.
Cornbread.
Not even that. Pick poor Robin clean. That one made me laugh. That was funny when they were like, "I just want to sing with you." That was funny. But yeah, the Five Nights at Freddy's panel was awesome. It was really cool seeing all the actors talk, hang out. Josh Hutcherson is so cool.
People love Josh Hutcherson.
Dude, he's a freaking it comes from the Hunger Games thing.
Yeah.
He's a very specific type. He's a very specific type of man. He just appeals. He just seems so harmless and nice and fun that I think he has a very welcoming presence and like very charming presence almost. Because I don't think he's traditionally attractive, you know. But I think he just has it. He has like a thing about him that's like that guy. Like, you see the Josh Hutcherson meme? Are you familiar with the Josh Hutcherson meme? You're not familiar with his face?
Nah.
It's the funniest thing. After Five Nights at Freddy's came out, everyone was posting the Josh Hutcherson meme, and I forgot what song in the background, and it is so funny. Like, guys, he's awesome.
You have no idea how loud that hall got because they were introducing everyone. I felt kind of bad. Also, Straw Hat Goofy was the... Dang. Straw Hat Goofy was the moderator, or the he was keeping track of everything, time, and even asking questions, which I thought was really cool. But he was bringing up everybody, and it was like, you know, everybody's clapping, everybody's like, woo, but then right when he says Josh Hutcherson, the whole area goes nuts. And then right when Matthew Lillard comes in, and it's just a recording of him, people are going crazy.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And then when he introduces somebody who turns out to be Skeet Ulrich,
I was gonna bring that up. Yeah, Skeet Ulrich. They announced
my bad.
For him. No, it's fine.
But when they brought him up, like, it still got pretty loud, and people were like, yes. But I just like how big that fandom for Five Nights at Freddy's is, and I like how
been on it since I was like 11 years old, 10 years old, dude. It's been
still generally
10 years. 10 years in the making, dude. I've been on this for 10 years. Isn't that insane?
That's crazy.
When the guy we were sitting with brought it up, he was like, yeah, dude, this movie's been in development for years. I was like, yeah, dude, I remember waiting in 5th grade line talking with my best friend about, like, dude, what are they going to do for the FNAF movie?
Shout out Reese.
Like, what are they going to do for the FNAF movie? What are they going to do for the FNAF movie? And I was like, we would talk about it for hours. And then freaking how many years later? When did the movie come out? 2 years ago?
Came out, yeah.
Yeah, last year.
2 years.
Was it last year or 2 years ago?
Was it 2023 or 2022? One sec.
When
did the Five Nights at Freddy's movie come out?
He's a Siri guy. Should have gone Letterboxd. Shout out Letterboxd. Follow me.
Watch her ask for 2023.
Okay, yeah. So 2 years ago, me and my best friend watching that movie together. Like after talking about it for 8 years at that point, was a freaking trip. We literally looked at each other. We're like, isn't this crazy that we're sitting here watching the Five Nights at Freddy's movie 8 years later?
Mm-hmm.
Just a massive deal. So Five Nights at Freddy's 2, I'm very excited for. It's going to be awesome. I think the only thing that I didn't like about the panel was I would have loved a little bit more behind the scenes stuff. It was a lot more of like a Q&A, like hearing them talk, answer questions, whatever. But I felt it was like I was expecting something like, look at the designs of a Mangle and
I was hoping for like set pieces or like literally just a walkthrough of like what it looks like. But I guess like that was one thing I did appreciate with Jason Blum and Tammy when they were talking. I believe that's the director's name.
Mm-hmm.
They kept on. I think the only reason why they did that was because it's going to spoil too much of the movie, because that was one thing they were super focused on. Like, they didn't want to spoil anything with the movie, and I think that the sets they have just spoil too much.
Yeah, probably.
So that's probably why.
Piper Rubio, who plays Abby.
She's so funny, bro.
She's so funny. And honestly, good for her. She controlled that panel, dude. I love that she was so willing. Dude, can I be honest, bro? I think she controlled it more than Josh did, because Josh was just chilling, but she was freaking yapping it up, and I loved it. She was she's so into like her role, and I really appreciate that. As someone because Fun is for kids, and she's what? She said she was 11. Yeah, she's 11.
She's 11.
Yeah, she's 11, dude.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, she's 11 at a Comic-Con Hall H panel, which is insane.
Wow.
Me and my friend, we were playing Sister Location. My favorite FNAF game, if anyone's wondering. I think that's the best designed FNAF game. But we're playing it in my dad's office, and my dad's sleeping on the couch outside. And we're playing it, and my friend yells. He goes, ah! Like, he freaks out. And my dad gets so scared. He shoots up. He goes, hey! He yelled at my best friend. And like, he didn't mean to. He just got freaked out, and he like screams, and we go, oh, like, sorry. And he was like, you guys okay? And I go, yeah, we're good, we're sorry. And he goes to bed. He goes back to sleep. And we still talk about that to this day. I'm like, bro, do you remember my daddy yelled at you? And he was like, dude, that was scary. It was so funny. But I
can see your dad just going.
I love Five Nights at Freddy's. So again, just a dream come true to be in that panel. It's weird being a grown man and still seeing how relevant it is. It's just so cool. But yeah, that was Comic-Con, dude. I'm excited for tomorrow. Tomorrow's day 2. I mean, this video will probably go out earlier than that. I'm hoping I'll have Tyler get this out by Saturday. So by that point, we'll be already home. We'll post some Comic-Con day 2 stuff, but I plan on just doing more shopping.
And also tomorrow, Izzy's gonna try to go to see the Gen V season 2 panel.
I'll post some video.
Yeah,
I'll post a video of me reacting to it. Like, not like after. Like, I'll record myself, and I'll be like,
I'm just sad because like I can't be there, because I will be going to go see Predator Badlands only because I'm trying to save a spot in Hall H to see the Tron Air Reese panel.
Phil is arguably going to a cooler panel than I am.
Maybe,
but
I'm not even gonna hold. It's Tron Air Reese.
I don't care for Tron. I'm not a big Tron guy. I have like no nostalgia for it, so I'm like, I don't really care. I'm gonna try and go though. Again, after the Gen V thing, I'm gonna shoot straight to Hall H. I'm gonna try. I doubt I get in. If I don't, I mean, then I'm gonna go to the show floor. I'm gonna go buy some stuff. You know, I'm not complaining. But Gen V, I'm very, very excited. I'm very excited to go check it out. I think the panel's gonna be pretty sad. I think it's gonna be a rough.
It's our last day, man.
No, I just think the panel's gonna be a really rough panel for everyone, because the dude passed away. What's his name?
Oh yeah.
I forgot.
How did I not be? I remember watching that trailer and I was like, I feel like they're forgetting somebody. Yeah. It's because that he died.
I'll tell you his name right now. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't be forgetting this, but I forgot his name.
Bad, bro.
Yeah, I got his first name right. Chance Perdomo. Yeah. It's gonna be a rough panel. I think it's gonna be a little sad. I don't think it'll be like awkward or anything. I just think it'll be a really like more mellow panel, and I think they'll probably talk about like how they're gonna get over his like character and what they're gonna do with it.
They're probably gonna have Homelander say something like he ripped him up piece by piece or something like that.
Can I be honest? That would be awful. That'd be a very awful way of like being like, yeah, Homelander just like demolished him. I don't think it's that. I think they are gonna kill him off for sure.
Yeah.
But just an incredibly rough, it's a really sad situation, and I'm really curious to see what they do on the panel tomorrow. But I'm excited nonetheless. It'll be a good time. I like the show. First season's awesome. First season's arguably better than like a couple seasons of The Boys. I think it's better than the first and the fourth. First and the most recent season of The Boys. I think Gen V's better, but we'll see. I'm excited. Phil?
Yes, sir. Anyways, did you have anything else you wanted to say?
Giving it to you now.
Well, this is the This is the Film Pod. I don't know why it took me that long. But anyways, if you guys are still here, make sure to like, subscribe, and follow the Film Pod on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter. Make sure to hit that bell as well. I'm your man, Film. This is ADB to my left. We out. Day 2 tomorrow for Comic-Con. Stay tuned. We gonna post it soon. And see ya.
Hold on. 4. You know Mr. Fantastic? That 4.